Okay, so today I'm going to try and tackle something that I've been putting off for a long time here, which is soldering together all these connections for the passenger side door, because I don't have any working buttons or wiring harness or anything in my passenger side door. So the goal is to get all these soldered together. Now I went out and I couldn't find my freaking solder, so I had to go buy solder. And this thing can be a little funky sometimes, so I bought this battery operated soldering iron. So it's good for 900 degrees and it'll do 120 solders on new batteries. So we'll see how well that works. Hopefully it works well. And we'll get the job done. It's kind of got a little bit finer point in these. I mean, these wires are tiny. They're like 22, 24 gauge wires. So that's the goal for today. Probably just do like a little fast forward edit of me taking like 2 hours to solder together 20 wires because they're freaking tiny and it's going to be a pain in the ass. And then we'll rip the passenger side door panel back off and get it all wired up. Hopefully everything works good. At least that's the plan. So here we go. Okay, so I got the one side all soldered up here. Now I got the other side. The other side has two purple wires. Purple wire here, purple wire here. Now they're both the same size. They both go to the same plug. And without a wiring diagram, I have absolutely no idea which one goes to what. Because one goes to this plug and one goes to this plug, which I believe these plug into the window switch. So I'm assuming worst case scenario, you push down and the window goes up, and you push up and the window goes down. At least that's my initial assumption. Whether or not that's true, we'll find out, but we got a 50-50 shot of getting it right. So we're just gonna go for it here. And here in a minute, I'll show you guys how I do my soldering jobs, and take it for what you will. It's just how I was taught to solder in school. So yeah, we'll get this going here, and then I'll show you when we're on our last wire or so how I do it. Okay, so I got a little carried away soldering there, so I got a piece of wire here. I'm going to show you how I do my soldering. So I'm going to start by stripping the wire. I like to use these flush cuts from Harbor Freight. They're like, I don't know, like $4, and they're seriously like the most versatile tool. These have been used so much they kind of stick together, but they're normally pretty good. But I use them for everything: cutting zip ties, cutting, well, I mean, you can use them for anything you want to do. They'll cut just about anything. They may not work so good after you cut like safety wire and stuff with them, but anyway, so if I can get this camera to focus here. So what I like to do, or what I was taught, is to fan out the wire up top here. Kind of like so. We'll do the same to the other side here. Fan it out. Just kind of try and separate all the strands out from each other. Then take both sides of your fanned out wire here. You slide them together so they interlock nice and tight like that. Then you can grab each side of your fan, kind of mash it down towards the wire there. So now you got something like that. Then you just pull it out ever so slightly and twist them all together. If you do it right, it should be pretty strong. Nope. As I say that and I mess it up. So we'll try that again. Now that they're all twisted together, it's a little bit harder to fan them out. So we'll go ahead and just cut this off. Alright, start over. So fan out all these wires here. Do this a little quicker this time. Doesn't have to be all fancy and precise about it. You just kind of fan them out. Fan them out. And shove these two together. Kind of grab them with your fingers. Kind of pinch them down. My fingers are kind of raw from doing all those wires, but you can pull it out, twist it all together. This is going to be really crummy looking, but you'll get the general idea. So then you can twist them all together and you get something like that. If it'll focus, focus, focus. Yeah, get something like that, and it should be pretty strong. I mean, that's just a light little tug, and they should stay together pretty well without even the solder on them. If you can give them, you know, just a little tug. This is better than what I did before, because obviously it came right apart before. So then now you're got them all twisted together and everything. Now you're ready to solder, and that's basically it. So solder, you know, soldering iron, heat it up, and then feed your solder in, and you're good to go. So that's how I was taught to solder anyway. That one came apart again after playing with it for a while, but generally puts a pretty tight joint together. So we got our harness all soldered together here. I'm gonna wrap some electrical tape around it and stuff, so tidy it up a little bit. And then we'll get our door panel pulled off and get this installed, and hopefully everything works. And if not, when I talked to the junkyard, they wouldn't sell me just the harness. They wanted to sell me the whole door. So hopefully when I replace that shitty discolored passenger side door there, I'll get a new harness with the door as well. So this only has to work temporarily. I got it for free from the junkyard. So what's 40 minutes of soldering for free, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get this wrapped up, get the door panel pulled off, and we'll plug all this in, see how it works. Okay, we got our door panel pulled off here. I'm gonna leave the wires attached here, that way we don't have to mess with all that jazz. Should be a plug in here somewhere, and plug there, and the plug in the switches down there, which will probably be our last plugs. But I think this, then maybe we're missing our plug for the window in there, or for the mirror. I don't know. I'll sit you guys over here and get this all figured out. Now I know this side here has to go through a hole in the door over here somewhere. Right there. So, okay. Plenty of that through, and then that's got to go into the car. We'll have to take this kick panel off down here and get some light in here. So I have to get this kick panel off right here, be able to plug these wires in, but they have to go through another hole. So we'll see if we can't get some more of this trim pulled off here. That should allow us to pull this guy off. So, plugging in, man. Right there. So you can see up in there, these plugs here. So that plug and the plug behind it is what we're plugging into. We got to feed it through that hole there. Okay, so we got our harness ran up through the door into here. I'm hoping this is the mirror. I think this is the mirror. I know these two are for this window switch, and then I believe this is maybe the speaker, and then this one over here I think has something to do with the way the window goes up and down when you close the door. This is the airbag. I cut the airbag wire, so we're not going to be utilizing that, and we're going to get some zip ties and just kind of zip tie this up nice and call that good, and we'll throw the door panel back on, and hopefully, fingers crossed, everything works now. So we'll see here just shortly. Alright, moment of truth here. Turn the audio off, don't get copyright. So, key on, you can see, and lock and unlock. Okay, so our unlock works. It didn't work before. Okay, now let's see if the window works. Window works. Okay, so it works from my side here, so it must work on this side. Sweet. Everything works now. That was a pain in the ass, but hey, for free, now all the windows and everything work. Can't argue with that. It even, get the key out here. It even works. I think you'll see on this door, when you shut it, window goes up a little bit, and when you open the door, window goes down a little bit. So even that works. So sweet, we got passenger side working windows and doors. And oh, one thing I didn't check was the mirror. Let's hop in there and check the mirror right quick, see if that works too. Hopefully I still got the key in my pocket. That's not the key, those are the keys for the truck. That's the key. Alright. So, put the key on again here. We'll switch it over to the right side. Okay, so the mirror doesn't work. Not the end of the world. At least the windows and the locks work. That's more what I'm concerned about. Once the mirror's set, ain't really much to worry about anyway. And I already have it pretty well set, so that'll be okay. So alright guys, that'll be it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by February 20th. Or by the end of February at least. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Comment down below if you like this kind of video with the how to soldering and stuff like that. And we will see you in the next one.